nothing happened.
You didn't smash the car again, did you?
I said nothing happened. Didn't you hear me?
Don't you feel well?
I'm tired to death. I couldn't make it, Linda. I just couldn't make it.
Where have you been all day? You look terrible.
I got as far as a little above Yonkers. I stopped for some coffee. Maybe it was the coffee.
What?
All of a sudden, I couldn't drive anymore. The car kept going off the shoulder, you know?
Maybe it's the steering. I don't think Angelo knows about the speed breaker.
No, it's me. And suddenly, I'm going 60 miles an hour, and I don't remember driving the last 5 minutes.
Maybe it's your glasses. You never went through your glasses.
Oh, I see everything. I came back 10 miles an hour. Took me nearly 4 hours from Yonkers.
You'll just have to take a rest, Willie. You can't continue this way.
I just got back from Florida.
But you didn't rest your mind. Your mind is overactive. Your mind is what counts here.
I'll start on the morning. Maybe I'll feel better in the morning. These damn oxypods are killing me.
Take an aspirin. Should I get you an aspirin? It'll soothe you.
I was driving along, you understand, and I was fine. I was even observing the scenery. You can imagine me looking at the scenery on the road every week of my life. But it's so beautiful up there, Linda. The trees are thick, and the sun is warm. And I just open up the windshield, let the warm air bathe over me. And then all of a sudden, I'm going off the road. I tell you, I absolutely forgot I was driving. If I'd gone the other way over the white line, I might have killed somebody. So I went on again, and 5 minutes later, I'm dreaming again. I have such thoughts. I have such strange thoughts.
Talk to them again, Willie. There's no reason you can't work in New York.
They don't need me in New York. I'm the New England man. I'm vital in New England.
But you're 60 years old, Willie. You can't keep expecting you to travel every week.
I'll have to send a wire to Portland. I'm supposed to see Brown and Morrison tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock to show them the line. Damn it, I could sell them.
Why don't you go down to the place tomorrow and tell Howard how you simply have to work in New York? You're too accommodating here.
If old Frank Wagner were alive, I'd have been in charge of New York by now. That man was a prince. He was a masterful man. That boy is. That Howard. He don't appreciate it. When I went north the first time, the Wagner Company didn't know where New England was.
Why don't you tell those things to Howard, dear?
I will. I definitely will. Is there any cheese?
I'll fix you a sandwich.
No. I'll take some milk. You rest. The boys in?
They're sleeping. Happy took Biff on a date tonight.
Good work.
It was so nice seeing them shave together, one behind the other in the bathroom, and going out together. You notice? The whole house smelled of shaving lotion.
Figure it out. Work a lifetime to pay off a house, you finally own it. And there's nobody to live in it.
Well, life's passing off here. It's always been that way.
Oh, some people accomplish something. Did he say anything after I went this morning?
You shouldn't have criticized him, Willie. Especially after he just got off the train. You mustn't lose your temper with him.
When the hell did I lose my temper with him? I simply asked if he was making any money. Is that a criticism?
But dear, how would he make any money?
There is such an undercurrent in him. He became a moody man. Did he apologize after I went?
He was crestfallen, Willie. You know how he admires you. I think if he finds himself, you'll both be happier and you won't fight anymore.
How did he find himself on a farm? Is that a life? A farmhand? In the beginning, when he was young, I thought, well, a young man. It's good for him to tramp around, take a lot of different jobs. But it's been more than 10 years, and he's yet to make more than $35 a week.
He's finding himself, Willie.
Not finding himself at the age of 34 is a disgrace. The trouble is, he's lazy, damn it.
Willie, please.
Biff is a lazy bum.
They're sleeping. Go and get something to eat.
Why did he come home? I would like to know what brought him here.
I don't know, Willie. I think he's lost. I think he's very lost.
Biff Loman is lost. In the greatest country in the world, a man with such personal attractiveness gets lost. And such a hard worker. There's one thing about Biff, he ain't lazy.
Never.
Hold on. I'll have a good talk with him tomorrow. I won't find any more. I'll get him a job selling. He could be big in no time.
He'll find his way.
Sure. Remember those days? The way they used to follow him around in high school? When he smiled at them and their faces lit up. When he walked down the street.
Willie, dear, I got a new kind of American-type cheesesteak. It's Swiss.
Why do you get American when I like Swiss?
I thought it'd be a surprise.
I don't want American. I want Swiss. Why am I always being contradicted?
I thought you'd like a change.
Why do you open a window in here, for God's sake?
They're all open here.
No way they box us in here for bricks and windows and bricks.
We should have bought the land next door.
The street's lined with cars. And can't raise a care in the backyard. The grass don't grow anymore. They ought to have a law against apartment houses. Remember those 2 elm trees out there? The time Biff and I hung the swing between them?
Like being a million miles from the city.
They ought to arrest the builder who cut down those trees. They massacred the neighborhood. More and more, I think about those days. Linda, this time of year it was lilac and wisteria. And then the peonies would come in. And the daffodils. Oh, what fragrance in this house.
Well, after all, people had to move somewhere.
No, there's more people.
I don't think...
There's more people. That's what's ruining this country. Competition's getting out of control. Population's maddening. Smell the stench from that apartment house over there. And another one on the other side. How can they whip cheese?
Don't want to try and be.
You're not worried about me, are you, sweetheart?
There's too much on the ball to worry about.
You're my foundation and my support, Linda.
Just try to relax. Make mountains out of molehills.
I won't fight with him anymore. If he wants to go back to Texas, let him.
He'll find his way.
Sure, certain men just don't get started till later in life. Like B.F. Goodrich or Thomas Edison. One of them was deaf. I'll put my money on Biff.
Hey, Biff, I think Pop's back.
And Willie, on Sunday, we'll drive out to the country and open the windshield and take lunch.
The windshields don't open on new cars anymore.
But you opened it today, dear.
Me, I did. Now isn't that peculiar? Isn't that remarkable?
What, darling?
That is the most remarkable thing.
What, dear?
I was just thinking about that old Chevy. 1928, when I had that red Chevy. That is funny. I could have sworn I was driving that Chevy.
That's nothing. Something must have reminded you.
Remarkable. Remember those days? The way Biff used to simonize that car? The dealer refused to believe there were 80,000 miles. Go. I'll be right.
Be careful on the stairs. She's on the ocean.
Jesus, maybe smash up the car again. I'm getting nervous about him, Biff. If he keeps that up, he's gonna get his license taken away.
His eyes are going.
No, it's not that. I've driven with him. He just doesn't keep his mind on it. I drove with him last week. It's like he goes through a green light, stops, it turns red, and then he goes.
Maybe he's colorblind.
Pop, Why's got the finest eye for color in the business. You know that.
I'm going to sleep.
You're not still sour on Pop, are you?
He's all right, I guess.
Yes, sir. 80,000 miles. 82,000.
You smoking?
Yeah, you want one?
Yeah, I can never sleep when I smell it.
What a simonizing job, huh?
Funny, you know, Biff, us being back up here again, the old beds, all the talk that went across these two beds. I mean, our whole lives, Biff.
Yeah, a lot of dreams and plans.
About 500 women would like to know what's said in this room.
Remember that big Betsy something? What the hell was her name? Oprah and Bushwick Avenue.
The one with the collie dog.
That's the one. I got you in there, remember?
Oh, I remember, Biff. That was my first time. I think. Boy, now there was a pig. You taught me everything I know about women, Biff. Don't forget that now.
I bet you forgot how bashful you used to be, especially with the girls.
Oh, I still am, Biff.
Oh, go on.
I just control it, that's all. But I think I got less bashful and you got more so. What happened, Biff? Where's the old humor? The old confidence? What's the matter?
Why does Dad mock me all the time?
He's not mocking.
Everything I say, there's a twist of mockery on his face. I can't get near him.
He just wants you to make good, that's all, Biff. Now listen, I've been wanting to talk to you about Pop for a while now. Something's happening to him. He talks to himself.
Yeah, I noticed that this morning, but he's always mumbled.
I know, Biff, but not so noticeable. It got so bad I had to send him down to Florida. And you know what, Biff? Funny thing. Most of the time, he's talking about you.
What's he say about it?
I can't make it out.
What does he say about it?
I don't know, Biff. I guess by you're not settled down. You're still kind of up in the air.
There's one or two other things depressing him, Abby.
What do you mean?
Never mind. Just don't lay it all to me.
I mean, if you just get started, is there any real future out there for you, Biff?
I don't know what the future is anymore. I don't know what I'm supposed to want.
What are you talking about?
Well, I spent 6 or 7 years after high school trying to work myself up. Shipping clerk, salesman, business of one kind or another. And it's a measly manner of existence. To get on that subway in the hot mornings of summer. To devote your whole life to keeping stock, or making phone calls, or selling or buying. To suffer 50 weeks of the year for the sake of a 2-week vacation. When all you really desire is to be outdoors with your shirt off. And you always have to get ahead of the next fella. Still, that's how you build a future.
But you're happy out there, Biff, aren't you? You're content, right?
I've had 20 or 30 different jobs since I left home before the war. And it always turned out the same. I just realized, in Nebraska, when I was herding cattle, or the Dakotas, Arizona, and now in Texas, I came home now because I realized this farm I work on is spring there. And they've got about 15 new colts. And there's nothing more inspiring or beautiful than the sight of a mare and a new colt. And Texas, it's cool, and it's spring. Whenever spring comes to where I am, I get the feeling that I'm not getting anywhere. What the hell am I doing playing around with horses? I'm 34 years old. I should be making my future. And then that's when I come running home. And I don't know what to do with myself. I've always been at a point of not wasting my life. Then I come home, and I realize all I've done is to waste it.
Gee, Biff, you're a poet, you know that? You're an idealist.
No, I'm mixed up very bad. Maybe I ought to get married. Maybe that's my trouble. Maybe I ought to get stuck into something. I don't know. I'm like a boy. I'm not married. I'm not in business. I'm like a boy. You're content, aren't you, Hap? You're a success. Are you content?
Why, hell no.
Well, why not? You're making money, aren't you?
Sure. But all I can do now is wait for the merchandise manager to die. And I suppose I get to be merchandise manager. I mean, he's a great friend of mine and all, and he just built a terrific estate out on Long Island. And he lived there for about 2 months and sold it. And now he's building another one. He just can't enjoy it once it's finished. But that's just what I would do, Biff. What the hell am I working for? Sometimes I sit at my apartment, all alone, and I think about the rent I'm paying. And it's crazy. But at the same time, it's what I've always wanted. My own car, an apartment, and plenty of women. And still, damn it, I'm lonely.
Listen, kid. Why don't you come out west with me?
You and I, eh?
Sure, we could buy a ranch, raise cattle. Men built like we are should be working out building.
The Loman brothers.
Sure, we'd be known all over the county.
You see, Biff, that's what I care about. Sometimes I just want to go into that department store and rip my shirt off. I just want to outbox that damn merchandise manager till I can't stand it anymore. And you have to take orders from those petty common bastards till I can't stand it.
If you were with me, I'd be happy out there.
But the only trouble is, what can you make out there?
Think of your friend. He builds a huge estate and he doesn't have the peace of mind to live in.
I know, but when he walks in that store and the waves part in front of him, that's $52,000 a year coming through those revolving doors. And I got more in my pinky than he does in his head.
Yeah, but you just said...
I know what I just said, Biff. But I want to walk into that store the way he does. And the waves part in front of me. And then I'll go with you, Biff. We'll be together yet, I swear. But take those two creatures we had tonight. Now, weren't they gorgeous?
Yeah, most gorgeous I've had in years.
You see, Biff, I get that any time I want. Whenever I feel disgusted. Only trouble is, it gets to be like bowling. I keep knocking them down and it doesn't mean anything. Do you still run around a lot?
Nah, I'd like to find a girl. Steady. Somebody with substance.
You see, Biff, that's what I long for.
Oh, go on. You never come home.
I would too. But somebody with character. Like Mom. Somebody with resistance. Now, you're going to call me a bastard when I tell you this, Biff. But you know that girl Charlotte I was with tonight? She's engaged to be married in 5 weeks.
No kidding.
Sure, the guy's in line for vice presidency at the store. I don't know what gets into me, Biff. Maybe some overdeveloped sense of competition. But I went and ruined her. And furthermore, I can't get rid of her. And that's the third executive I've done that to. Now, isn't that a crummy characteristic? And to top it all off, I go to their weddings. Like I'm not supposed to take a bribe. The manufacturers offer me a $100 bill every now and then to throw an order their way. No, honest I am, Biff. But it's like this girl, you see. I don't want the girl, but I take it. And I hate myself for it. But I love it. What's the matter?
Let's just go to sleep.
I guess we didn't really settle anything, did we, Biff?
I just got one idea I think I'm going to try.
What's that?
Remember Bill Oliver?
Sure, Oliver's very big now. You want to work for him again?
No, but when I quit, he said something to me. He put his arm around me and said, Biff, if you ever need anything, then come to me.
I remember that, Biff. Now that sounds good.
Yeah, I think I'll go see him. If I could get $10,000 or even $7,000 or $8,000, I could buy a beautiful ranch.
And I bet he'd back you too, Biff. Because he thought highly of you. I mean, they all do. You're well liked, Biff. And that's why I say to come back and live in the apartment with me. Now I'm telling you, Biff, just say the word, any babe you want.
No. With a ranch, I can do the work that I love and still be something. I do wonder, though, if he still thinks I stole that carton of basketballs.
That was over 10 years ago, Biff. You're being too sensitive. Anyways, he didn't really fire you, did he?
No, but I think he was going to. I think that's why I quit. I was never really sure if he knew or not. He did think the world of me, though. I was the only one who let myself the place.
You gonna watch that engine, Biff? Shh.
You hear that?
Don't get your sweater dirty, Biff.
You hear that, Biff? Isn't that terrible? Don't leave again, will you, Biff? You gotta stick around. You'll find something. It's getting embarrassing.
Doesn't he know Mom can hear that?
What a Simonizing job, huh?
Go to bed, but have a talk with him in the morning, will you?
No kidding, Biff. You got a date? Wonderful.
Mom's hearing that.
I just wish you'd have a good talk with him, Biff.
Yeah, with her in the house. Brother. That's selfish. Stupid.
Go to bed, Biff.
I just want you to be careful with those girls. That's all, Biff. Don't make any promises. No promises of any kind. Because a girl, you know, they always believe what you tell them. And you're young, Biff. Too young to be talking seriously to girls. Too young entirely. You want to watch your schooling first. Then when you're all set, there'll be plenty of girls for a boy like you. That's so. They paid for you, huh? Boy, you must really be making it. wondering why you boys polish that car so carefully. Now, boys, don't forget those hubcaps. Now, get that Sherry the hubcaps. You use the newspaper on the windshield. Show them how to do it, Biff. There you go. It's the easiest thing. Pat it up. Use it like a pad. There you go. That's it. Good work, Abby. You're doing all right. Biff, first thing we gotta do when we get to time is slip down that big branch over the house. Afraid it's gonna fall down in a storm and hit the roof. I'll tell you what. We get a nice rope and we sling it around. Then we climb up there with a couple of saws and take it down. Soon as you boys finish the car up, I got a surprise for you.
What do you got, Dad?
Oh, no, you finish first. Never leave a job till you finish. Remember that. Biff, up in Albany, I saw a beautiful hammock. I think I'll buy an extra, and we'll hang it between those two elms over there. Wouldn't that be something? Just hanging there under the branches? Boy, that would...
Hey, Pop, how's that? Professional?
Terrific work, boys. Good job, Biff.
Where's the surprise, Pop?
It's in the back seat of the car.
Oh, boy.
Gee, Pop, what'd you buy?
Oh, never mind. Just something I want you to have.
What does it have?
It's a punching bag.
Oh, Pop!
It's got Gene Tunney's signature on it.
Gee, Pop, how'd you know we wanted a punch bag?
Well, it's the finest thing for the timing.
I'm losing weight, Pop. You notice?
Jumping rope's good, too.
Oh, Pop, you didn't see the new football I got.
Hey, where'd you get a new ball?
Coach told me to practice my passing.
That's so, and he gave you a new ball, huh?
Well, I borrowed it from the locker room.
I want you to return that.
I told you he wouldn't like it,
Well,
Biff.
I'm gonna take it back.
Sure, he's got to practice with a regulation ball, doesn't he? And besides, Coach will probably congratulate you on your initiative.
Oh, he keeps congratulating me on my initiative all the time, Pop.
That's because he likes you. If any other boy would have taken that ball, that'd be enough. So what's the rope? Boys, what's the rope?
Where'd you go this time, Dad? We were awful lonesome for you.
Lonesome, huh?
Missed you every minute.
Tell you a secret, boys, don't breathe it to a soul. Someday I'll have my own business, and I'll never have to leave home again.
Like Uncle Charlie, eh?
Bigger than Uncle Charlie. Because Uncle Charlie is not like this. He's like, but he's not well like.
Where'd you go this time, Dad?
Well, I went north to Providence, met the mayor.
The mayor of Providence.
He was sitting in the hotel lobby.
Gee, Pop, what'd he say?
Well, he said morning. I said, you got a fine city here, Mr. Mayor. Then he had a cup of coffee. Then I went on to Waterbury. Waterbury's a fine city, big clock city, famous Waterbury clock. Sold a nice building. Then on to Boston. Boston is the cradle of the Revolution. A fine city. Then a couple more towns in Massachusetts, Portland, Bangor, and Sprayhome.
Gee, I'd love to go with you sometime, Dad.
So when the summer comes,
Promise, Pop?
you and Hap and I, and I'll show you all the towns. America is full of beautiful towns and fine, upstanding people. And one thing, man, they know me. They know me up and down New England, the finest people. And when I bring you fellas up there, it'll be open sesame for all of us. Because one thing, boys, I have friends. I can park my car in any street in New England, the cops protect it like their own. This summer, huh?
Yeah, you bet.
We'll pack our bathing suits.
We'll carry your bags, Pop.
Oh, wouldn't that be something? Me walking into Boston stores with you boys carrying my bags. What a sensation. You nervous, Biff, about the game?
Not if you're gonna be there.
Oh, what do they say about you in school now that they made you captain?
There's a crowd of girls behind him every time he changes classes, Pop.
This Saturday, just for you, Pop, I'm gonna break through for a touchdown.
You're supposed to pass.
I'm taking one play for Pop. This Saturday, remember. And when I take off my helmet, you watch me crash through that line. That touchdown's for you.
Oh, wait till I tell this in Boston.
Biff, where are you? You're supposed to study with me today.
Hey, look at Bernard. What are you looking so anemic about, Bernard?
He's got to study, Uncle Willie. He's got regents next week. Let's box, Bernard. Look out. Listen, Biff. I heard Mr. Birnbaum say that if you don't start studying math, he's going to flunk you. And you're not going to graduate. I heard him.
Oh, you better go study with him, Biff. Go ahead now.
I heard him.
Oh, Pop, you didn't see the new sneakers I got.
Hey, then, that's a fine job of printing.
Just because they printed University of Virginia on his sneakers, it doesn't mean they've got to graduate him, Uncle Willie.
What are you talking about? With scholarships to 3 universities, they're going to flunk him?
But I heard Mr.
Don't
Birnbaum
be a
say
pest, Bernard. You see, Bernard can make the best marks in school, you understand? But when he gets out in the business world, you understand? You boys are going to be 5 times ahead. That's why I think, almighty God, you both built like a couple of Adonises. Because the man who makes an appearance in the business world, the man who creates personal interest, is the man who gets ahead. Be liked, and you will never want them. You take me, for instance. I never have to wait in line to see the fire. Willie Loman is here. That's all they have to say, and I go right through.
Did you knock him dead, Pop?
Knocked him cold in Providence, spotted him in Boston.
I'm losing weight, Pop. You notice?
Hello, dear.
Sweetheart!
How'd the shape run?
Linda, Chevrolet is the greatest car ever built. Marvelous. Hey, since when do you boys let your mother carry wash up the stairs?
Grandpa,
Where to, Mom?
Hang them up on the line. And you better get down to your friends' bib. The cellar is full of boys, and they don't know what to do with themselves.
when Pop comes, they can wait.
Oh, Biff, you better go tell them what to do.
I think I'll have them sweep out the furnace room.
Good work, Biff.
Fellas, we're gonna sweep out the furnace room. I'll be right down.
All right.
George and Sam and Fred, come out back. Hanging up the wash on the double pack.
So when do you think?
Well, that's the trend of the trend. I'm telling you, I was selling thousands and thousands, but I had to come.
Oh, the whole block will be at the game. Did you sell anything?
I did. 500 gross in Providence, 700 gross in Boston.
Wait a minute. I've got a pencil. That makes your commission. My God, $212.
Well, I haven't exactly figured it yet, but
How much did you do?
well, I did roughly 180 gross in Providence. No. It came to about 200 gross the whole trip. The trouble was that 3 of the stores were closed for inventory in Boston. Otherwise, I would have broke records.
Well, it makes $70 for some pennies. It's very good.
What do we owe?
Well, on the first, you owe $16 on the refrigerator.
Why 16?
Well, the fan belt broke, so it was $1.80.
But it's brand new.
Well, that's the way it is. So they work themselves in, you know.
I hope we didn't get stuck on that machine.
They got the biggest ads of any of them.
I know, it's a fine machine. What else?
Then you got $9.60 on the washing machine. And the roof, you got $21 remaining.
It don't leak, does it?
No, they did a wonderful job. Then you owe Frank for the progress.
I am not gonna pay that man. Damn Chevrolet, they ought to prohibit the manufacturer of that car.
Well, you owe him for